Welcome back in, everybody. We look to get started here with the second game of the first series. In the first game, Matreshka, I won't say against all odds, because from the very get-go, they looked really strong. You know, they were able to take the game up against Team Sexy, and Team Sexy just didn't look at the races. Again, I wasn't a fan of the draft. The win range of 4, the carrier Baden just didn't seem to work out, and we'll see if it's going to be the same for the second game, or if Team Sexy, if they're going to be able to fight it back, force it to a third game. Because again, looking at, or I'm going to look at the standings here in Division 2, coming into Tour 3, we've got Team Sexy already got themselves on the board up against Moneymakers. So, you know, I would have thought Team Sexy would have been the favourites coming in, and they were the favourites coming into this one, but just weren't able to pull it off in game number 1. But yeah, they've already got themselves 1 win. They want to be making it 2. But Matreshka, maybe the dark horse coming into this division here, as they have already pulled off 1 win up against Team Sexy, who looked incredibly strong up against Moneymakers. So the fact that Matreshka were able to make that game look so easy, you know, I'm interested to see how they're going to do in game number 2, and whether it was Team Sexy underestimating them, or Matreshka just being able to pull this one out of the bag and, you know, have it in the bag in the first place here. So as we get ourselves into the draft, we are going to be seeing the Beastmaster band coming through right away. Team Sexy, what don't they want to be playing against? We've got the usual suspects, I guess, like the Batrider, the Bloodseeker, the Medusa, the Magnus being banned out as well. So I'm expecting it to be one of those handful of heroes. Yeah, the Medusa goes. Team Sexy, not wanting to give that one away. Matreshka, who do they ban now? As in that last game, I don't think there was anyone that they were really scared of. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, they probably don't let through the Magnus, so I wonder if they let through the Techies here. As Team Sexy, you know, they don't have first pick, so if they wanted to, Matreshka, yeah, they ban out the Monkey King. So Magnus going to be left in the, or one of the Magnus, the Techies, the Doom, the Batrider. What else are we seeing? Venomancer, Pugner's going to be left in the pool.
10 seconds remaining.
Team Sexy, who is the ban? What do they want to be taken away?
5 seconds remaining.
Up against Matreshka. And who are they leaving in as well?
Dire team pick.
They're actually going to take away the Rubik. Yeah, no, the Rubik did quite well in that last game. I mean, the steals on the Firestorm as well as the Pit of Malice. It seemed like he solely targeted down, trying to get the spell steal onto the Underlord, and every time he did, he got something of value from that. Never got the Fiend's Gate, I don't believe, but for the most part, the Firestorm as well as the Pit of Malice was more than enough. He set up with the Telekinesis on that as well. Always seems to get the Pit of Malice steal off when Team Sexy were grouped up in like a small chokehold area. So Matreshka going for the Batrider. Wonder if this is going to be the core Batriders immediately. Team Sexy go for that Techies pick. And yeah, so the Doom is still there. The Underlord, if you want to go back for this Underlord as well, could see that Techies Underlord offlane here from Team Sexy. The Underlord does work. I have seen it work. And yeah, they are going to go back for it. I think I like this lane a little bit more than the Wind Ranger, because you never really have the burst damage kill potential to come out here with the Wind Ranger lane. But meanwhile, if you take the Techies into the offlane, you have the Sticky Bombs to come out, you have the Blast Off to come through. The Sticky Bombs does its job at just keeping heroes in that lane low. And then when they are low enough, if they do group up in time for the Pit of Malice to come out, level 1 Pit of Malice into the Firestorm, into the Blast Off, there's a lot of kill potential there. Around level 4, level 5, this off lane, as Matreshka just straight into the Timber. But yeah, so I think that works a little bit better than the kind of the Wind Ranger offlane. I still wouldn't mind, maybe not with the Timbersaw coming out now, because Timbersaw, the Focus Fire, probably gets shrugged off by the reactive armament into the mid to the late game.
5 seconds remaining.
So, what do Team Sexy want to ban? Bloodseeker is still there, but they might actually want that Bloodseeker. That might not be a bad pick. With the Timbersaw coming out, obviously the Timbersaw doesn't want to be standing still in the fights. Wants to be getting himself around with the Timber Chain around, you know, being able to get close throughout these Will and Deaths, throughout the Chakrams as well, running himself around these fights. So getting something like the Bloodseeker out for Team Sexy might just be able to keep the Timbersaw in place to be able to, you know, get the damage off onto him. So Matreshka, I wouldn't be surprised to see that one being banned out, just to make sure it doesn't come up against the Timbersaw here. In fact, Team Sexy banned it out themselves. They had that next pick. Could have locked it in, but decided against
Radiant
it, which...
team ban.
Okay. As a Faceless, I wonder if they want to go back for the Pangolier then. For Mirage. But it didn't really do too well. If they leave the Void Spirit in here, they go back for the Pango, I think the Pango is going to suffer again, because we already saw in that last game, you know, the Void Spirit was able to deal damage, and even 1v1. Because it wasn't early on, there wasn't a lot of rotations onto the mid lane from the supports, and... excuse me. Talking too fast. Yeah, he wasn't getting kills, but he was keeping the Pangolier low for the potential of rotations in. So I wonder if Team Sexy, maybe they go for the Void pick themselves. Maybe look, you know, as a bit of a block pick here. It's Team Sexy.
Team ban.
Have they ban out? They ban out the Terrorblade. Okay, okay. And Matreshka. They've got a full set of reserve time to think about this next, you know, set of bans and picks. But they ban out the Oracle. Okay, so taking away the save, the Oracle is starting to pop up more and more. Those Reigns of Destiny are quite nice as well. Just being able to throw out a big AoE heal and heal reduction onto enemies. You've got the save, obviously, with a false promise. You know, if your carry gets into trouble, just immediately gets to save off. And if it's something that's got a bit of built-in sustain, maybe like the, well, the Bloodseeker is one example, which will be banned out this time. But, you know, having that Bloodseeker that can heal himself up through the fight, or having something like the Juggernaut that can get the healing ward out. And again, at level 20, starts to get the heals from the crit on the Blade Dance. So they ban out the Slark. What's it going to be for Team Sexy then? Again, I would not be surprised if you go for the Void Spirit here. Take it away from Matreshka. It's a nice pickup against the Bat Rider. Whether this is the Bat Rider mid or support, you know, in the mid lane, it is a nice pickup against the Bat Rider. The Bat Rider comes in, you drop a Remnant in his path if he's coming in with a Firefly, and then you just get the Dissimulate away. They're going to go for the Pugna first. Okay, I don't mind this now that they have an offensive support in the Techies. And yeah, we'll see how Matreshka is going to respond again. Full 2 minutes on reserve time here for Matreshka. So they can think this one out. They can think this next phase through because they have the next 2 picks as well. So they can have a discussion. See where the flowcharts take them as they get ready for this next phase of picks. And we'll see what it's going to be. Okay. The Clockwork Mortar. Just straight up Clockwork Mortar as well. Not even thinking about this one. So Retsu going to be able to play this Mortar here in the Matreshka's first series of the tour. And I wonder how this Mortar is going to play.
10 seconds remaining.
Because, I mean, you're still going to be coming up against the Pugna, but you don't really care about the crap, right? Because you've got your ultimate that's going to be able to use that anyways. The Queen of Pain does come through from Team Sexy. So what is that? A carry for Team Sexy. Matreshka looking for the mid lane potentially here, because I think this is going to be a Bat Rider support.
5 seconds remaining.
Maybe in the lane with the Timbersaw.
Radiant team ban.
So yeah, they ban out the Jug. Looking for some... Would you want to go for the, like, Illusion Heroes here? If you are on the side of Team Sexy, you know, maybe pick up, like, the Phantom Lancer that can kind of overwhelm, because the Muerta... Very single, I say, not very AoE cleaning up. The Timbersaw, though, yeah, I suppose with the Will and Death and the Chakram there. Depending on how tanky, if you go straight for the heart, the Manta style here for the Phantom Lancer, maybe.
10 seconds remaining.
Just trying to look to see what fights out. Maybe an AM for Team Sexy. But it's how much damage can you do to this Mortar while the ult isn't going. And they actually ban out the Abaddon. Okay. Like I said, I don't think the Abaddon was a pick in the last game. I don't really like the carry Abaddon. Like an off-lane Abaddon, maybe a mid-lane Abaddon doesn't do too bad. But if you kind of pin in all your hopes on that Abaddon as the carry,
10 seconds remaining.
I just think it gets outscaled coming into... I mean, we definitely saw the TA getting way ahead of him in that last game. The farm potential just isn't there. Like, that farm speed just isn't there for the hero, I don't think. Compared to something like the Medusa or the TA, even the Jug that gets a Battle Fury, the Ursa gets a Battle Fury there as well. I just think you fall too behind too quickly as the Abaddon. So the off lane, mid lane, you absolutely, you know, play that until your heart's content. But I think the carry Abaddon,
5 seconds
in pro
remaining.
games at least, I just don't think it's the answer. But maybe that's just my 2K opinion. So we are into the last couple of picks here of the draft. So I think I mean, they ban out the Bounty Hunter and the Doom. So maybe thinking this is going to be the... I mean, if it is the mid lane bat, then the Queen of Pain should have a well good time up against it. Blinks away anytime that Firefly starts coming. Even the Flame Break pushing back onto the Queen of Pain. Queen just straight up blinks out. Puts out a lot of harass as well with the Shadow Strike as well as the Scream. So if it is, I'm thinking this is a position 4 bat. You know, they're looking for a mid laner here. I think they may be thinking that it's a mid lane bat, and the, you know, the position 4 Bounty or Doom could be coming out. But I think this is going to be the 4 bat, and I'd be very surprised at like a mid lane Doom or Bounty Hunter here. But Team Sexy, maybe thinking Matreshka actually looking for that 4. Matreshka are thinking about it as well. I mean, they still have a minute left on this reserve time, so they can take a beat, just slow it down, just slow the roll. Look to get a bit of a discussion going on this final pick, you know. Who feel comfortable with what? Do we want to be going for maybe like a damage deal? Do we want to pick him like a Zeus mid? Or something like that. Have you seen the right-click Zeus, by the way? It is, pun intended, absolutely shocking. With the attack speed coming through. They actually go for the Ench. So is it going to be... It looks like it is going to be the mid lane bat. Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay. Surprises me a little bit.
10 seconds
The Ench, though,
remaining.
good semi-core as well. I think both the Bat Rider and the Enchantress, you know, you play them as those semi-core 4s. Ench going towards a Dragon Lance into a full Hurricane Pike. You get like a... If you get ahead at least, you pull a Moonshot out of the bag as well on the Ench. Maybe some drums in there as well. You know, Team Sexy, how are they going to respond? What's the carry here? Ursa Burn, maybe. Ursa might not be too bad. Up against the lane of the Timber as well as the Ench. You'll be able to stick those Fury Swipes onto both heroes. Oh, he's not ban out, is he? He's not. Let's see what it's going to be. I mean, 22 seconds, so they are really taking the time here, Team Sexy. I mean, they have to, right? This is do or die here for this final pick. This last game as well. They want to force it to a game number 3, but Matreshka... Yeah, so, okay, they do come in with the Phantom Lancer, but... You've got the Rocket Flare to come out. You've got the Whirling Death Chakram here for Natty Narwhal. Or the mid Timbersaw. And Melis on the offlane Bat Rider as well, yeah. Fireflies to come through. If they get the right one, Jessu's going to get lassoed back into the fight. So... I did like the Phantom Lancer pick as an idea. But yeah, as soon as I obviously remember there was a Timbersaw in the game, I'm kind of like, well... Ratsu probably goes for a Maelstrom in there as well at some point as well on the Muerta. So if you get the control off, I suppose that's the thing. You don't have a lot of stuns. Cogs, okay. Battery Assault, you've got the hook in and the lasso. But overall, you don't have an overwhelming amount of stun that you're going to be able to control this Phantom Lancer with. If he does get the farm speed, the farm time, it's... As long as he gets the space and time to get that farm up, he's going to come in looking very scary. And I'm interested to see how the Muerta is going to be able to deal with this, how the side of Matreshka as a team are going to be able to try and deal with this one. But we will find out after this quick video from EGB.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
Prepare for battle.
So yeah, as we get ourselves into the game, we'll take a look at the odds as well to see who the favourites are coming into this one. I mean, I think after that last game, the odds of Matreshka should be slashed right down. And they did look really good. The coordination as a team, being able to move themselves around. Like I say, I think they found the openings when they needed to. Being able to find the ganks on the heroes when it mattered, set themselves up for a good early into the mid game. Meles really never got put under any pressure. So the wards do go down here. It's going to be right next to each other as well. So the Dire would have seen that Observer ward going down in the mid lane. I wonder if they go for the D ward here. It's a little bit early, I guess. You know, it means you will be fighting into 5 heroes before the siren buzzes.
30 seconds to battle.
But Nefrit will be seen. Will they try and take some advantage from this? You know, maybe see if Nefrit pushes in. Try and get a gank out with 4 or 5 heroes stacking around this top rune spot. Nefrit. Is he going to go for a Wonder? The sentry comes down now as well, so they can get the D-Ward in if you want to. Nefrit, yeah, going to be the only hero here. And the Clockwork coming through will be able to get that gold here, Dark, from the D-Ward with the Enchantress helping out. It looks like they might just leave the Observer here now as well. 9 class taking a couple of shots at the... who gets it? Was it E3? No, it was a 2 for 2 on the runes. Yeah, the Techie's taking a couple of shots at the Clockwork. And we'll see just how this lane is going to play out here with the Techies. I think the Techies Underlord, it's a bit of a better lane here than the Wind Ranger Underlord. Team Sexy, though, running that Queen of Pain in the mid lane. Already, though, till the end, are going to be chased down here. Do they have enough to get the kill? They might be able to. They will be able to. Laguna, he picks up the first blood. And this Pugna, not the start that he would have wanted here. Going in for the Nether Blast, but the damage coming through. Taking a look at that death summary right away. Was there a blood grenade in there as well? No, just the right clicks. Yeah, it was just enough for the chase down here. Until the end. I mean, Pugner is one of the faster heroes in the game, but the Flame Break pushback into just the right clicks coming through. Yeah, they were able to take down until the end. Until the end, really not going to be happy with giving up the first blood. Top lane, though. Red 2 is going to be forced back a little bit. The fear comes out onto Nefrit. Nefrit's going to be forced back underneath the tier 1 tower. Good angles on Retsu. Nefrit will be taking some harass now as well. Blood Grenade comes in. Nefrit, does he go down now as well? Sticky Bomb comes out onto the Clockwork, but Retsu, he's going to be able to get this kill. Really good start for the side of Matreshka. And we'll see. I mean, Dark's moving himself away. The Techie's trying to get in range for getting another Sticky Bomb out. As both heroes on the side of Matreshka now. Pretty low. Clockwork going to use a salve as well as the heals coming through from the tangos. Retsu going to do the same. Yeah, the Underlord, he comes back into the lane. There's Timbersaw in the mid lane now as well. Mirage taking a lot of damage. How has he gone build-wise? It's going to be the Whirl in Death to come out from the Timbersaw, so no Timber Chain. I mean, the Timber Chain in the mid lane, it's a little bit harder to get off till the end. The Body Blocks come out once again. They should be able to get another kill. The Nether Blast comes through, but Laguna, he's going to be able to get himself his second on the board in as many minutes here. Top lane, Firestorm comes out. Dark's going to be taking some punishment from this, but 2 of them trapped in the cogs, and not where you want to be as the Underlord here in your own, in the, the enemy cogs, right alongside the Techies. Mid lane, it is going to be coming through. Natty Narwhal having a good time in this mid lane here. 16 last hits and 3 denies to the 11 of the Queen of Pain. And at level 4, yeah, I think you just ignore the Timber Chain till around level 7, level 8 here. You're just going in with the Whirl in Death, being able to walk yourself up to the Queen of Pain. With your active armor. With the Whirl in Death as well. And Mirage has been suffering. Completely empty bot for him. Timbersaw just going to go for the Vanguard. Already got that Ring of Health out, so will suffer a little less. And can still move himself over to the Water Runes if he wants to, just to get some regen back. It means that you take the pressure off the Batrider as well. If it is going to be the Crimson coming out for the Timbersaw, it means that the Batrider can still go in for... I mean, he might still go for it. 9 class, though, gets the kill onto Dark on the top lane. Okay, so they fire back a little bit here up against the Clockwork. The Sticky Bomb in the attack. Being able to get the kill on the bottom lane, though. Jesu, he's going to be taking the Firefly. Where's that Flame Break to push him back as well? He's just going to hold on to it. And Jesu, well, till the end's going to be close. Yeah, Jesu taking a lot of harass. Has to rely on the Healing Lotus as well as the Tango coming through from his support. Retsu on the top lane. Dark TPs himself in. Retsu does take some punishment. But if he needs it now as well, Tango's coming out for the clockwork. And Muerta straight into the power treads here, it looks like. After the wand. Laguna building up the stats. Yeah, there's the Vanguard here for the Timber. I wonder if, I mean, the Bite Rider, the Mana Boots are going to be coming out, so I wonder if the Bite Rider just goes in, like, straight for a Greaves, something like that, or like a pipe. Top lane, Cogs come through. Retsu, though, there is going to be the Tiki Bomb coming through, blowing up onto Retsu. Retsu taking a lot of damage, but not as much as these techies. As the shot, again, Retsu able to bounce it off, find the angle onto Nefrit, so Nefrit wasn't able to get himself close. Maybe finish off the kill onto the Muerta. Muerta level 4. Close to that Pierce the Veil. Mid lane, how's Natty doing? Natty's sitting top of the net worth. Queen of Pain, about 400 gold behind there, but the Queen, obviously, when you get a few points into the Scream, will be able to move around. In fact, this is interesting. The Mirage, he's sitting on 2 points into the Scream. Level 5 now, 2 points into the Scream, and we'll come up to that as the bottom lane. They're going to go for the invade. Jesu, just to get himself out of this one. There is going to be the Nether Ward being down now as well. It looks like Laguna maybe wants to try and get the cleanup onto this. Jesu taking a lot of damage as that Nether Ward does go down. Back in the mid lane, Mirage, does he have a point? He does go for the 2 points into the Blink now. Holden, he did actually go for a third point into the Scream, but he was going 0-0-2. So he's holding those points for the Blink if he needed it, which he does. He sees Natty Narwhal being able to take over the lane. And Mirage just gets forced out. Had to, yeah, panic put the points into the Blink.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Laguna going to be able to pop a Wild Wing Tornado. Chasing onto Jesu underneath the tier 1 tower. So actually 2 points into the enchant now as well. Top lane though, 9 class, Cogs come out, gets the trap onto the techies. Does he get himself out? Once again, the damage is going to be coming through. The taser though, to disarm until the end's rotating him up, till the end taking the tower shots. Retsu still gets the kill onto 9 class. Nether Blast come through. They might be able to get the kill onto Dark, but one more right click. They take down till the end. Dark trying to walk himself away. Firestorm is going to fish it off, but Nefrit still taking punishment, and Retsu gets himself a double. Rotation from till the end, and now they know this is happening here. Laguna, he's going to be able to move himself into the mid lane with Natty Narwhal, and Queen of Pain going to be forced all the way back to base.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, it was a good idea from the Pugna, but Retsu, he was just standing there with the damage, got the calling off there as well. And they were able to get the 2 supports down. Retsu really benefiting from that rotation when it was a 3v2. They might go for it again, but Dark's already away. Jesu's being left alone on the lane. How close is Melis to the level 6? He's pretty close. Well, about 2 creep waves away from having the experience from this one now as well. And we might actually see the kill. Dark, Nether Ward comes down, but Dark, does he want to try and get himself away? Where's that Battery Soul? Just trying to get himself out of range now as well. 58, the Cogs get dropped, and he gets it. He gets the Wisdom Rune. He might lose his life from this, but the Wisdom and the experience coming through from this. Till the end's going to go down first. Sticky Bomb. Yeah, Dark, he's more than happy with that. Gets himself a solo kill onto Till the End. Gets himself a Wisdom Rune as well. Laguna gets the one on the top. So both supports getting ever closer to that level 6. In fact, Dark, he's going to be about a creep away from him. What's the experience? 639 out of 680? He's loving that. He might be able to rotate around now as well. 7 Jesu, level 6. 1 point into the Doppelganger, but Firefly's going to be coming through. 7 Jesu's away. Timbersaw was rotating now as well. 7 Jesu. Did he get the kill onto him? It's going to be the slowdown. Did they actually get the kill here now as well? Doppelganger, they need to find the right one. And it looks like they do. Jesu, Malice, he's going to try and catch it up here till the end rotates in. Nether Blast comes out. There's not going to be a lasso on the Phantom Lancer, but you're just waiting this PL's time. As he gets forced away from the wave.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And yeah, the PL has to go into the jungle to find its farm. PL at least not too far away from the Diff Blade. Net worth-wise, he is going to be about 1,000 gold, 800 gold behind the Muerta, who's looking really good. Again, going straight towards that Maelstrom.
Gold-wise,
needs about 600. The Techies rotates in, even the Queen of Pain. Or what are these mass TPs? It looks like they're trying to do some damage onto the PL. In return, Retsu, just play yourself away, mate. Do not reveal yourself, as they're going to be able to get the jump. Jasu, doppelganger comes out. Do they get the hook shot? It misses, but they might be able to get this lasso. Do they get the control? They are holding on for it. Firefly, they might even have it without having to spend the lasso. They just throw the lasso out at the very end to make sure they get this one. Meanwhile, Retsu on the top lane, he's surviving. Taser comes out a little bit. The stun, the Corn's going to be used now as well. Timbersaw TP's up to the top lane. Nefrit's going to go for the TP away. He's being chased out. Backline. Timbersaw comes in with the Timber Chain now. 9 class. One more right click though. Dark gets the kill. Techies goes down again. It's starting off how that last game went here. 9-3 at 9 minutes in. Team Sexy. They just can't find a pick without having to go for a trade here. Meles, well, he's going to come in with the Firefly, taking a lot of damage from the PL as well as with the Spirit Lance coming through. But Jesu can be Flame Break back underneath this tier 2 tower. Yeah, I think the only thing I'm looking at this, Matreshka don't really have a building taker here early on because the Bat Rider with the Firefly, he wants to do the hero damage, but just cannot do the building damage as well. But if they're finding kills, they're not going to matter. In fact, Laguna could enchant himself, you know, like a Centaur, something like that, big and tanky, a decent amount of right-click damage as well. Actually goes for the Tomato. But yeah, no, like the point stands that he's going to be able to use this to be able to push down onto towers. Mirage looking toward the room, but if he looks in, he might look towards his death. There's going to be the badge result comes through here. Dark. The illusion rune, damage coming through. Dark, it's going to be the blast off now as well. And 9 class, they get the kill onto Dark. The Timber Chain and the Timbersaw might have put himself in harm's way here as the jump comes out from Laguna. He's got that Tumbler's Toy, so he's able to jump himself away from damage till the end though. TP comes out. Yeah, Laguna was able to use the Tumbler's Toy, get away from the sticky bomb before it latched onto him. But still, they lose a support for support, which I guess any trade is a good trade. Jesu, Firefly comes out. The Bat Rider doesn't have the lasso. What's he got coming in on the curry now as well? The Octarine here for the Bat Rider. He has at least the rest. Jesu's going to get low. The rotation comes in for the Queen of Pain. One more right click from Meles. He's not going to be able to get it. Jesu, he has the stick charges. It looks like Meles going to be able to get the TP away. Jesu got so darn low, and that would have been a shame here for Jesu because, you know, he's about 30 gold. The hook shot comes in on the back lines, though. He might be able to go for the Techies. Techie trying to get himself with the badge until it comes through. The damage will still be here. Dark gets the kill. 9 class after the fact with that martyrdom gets the kill onto Dark. But again, Dark gets the experience before he goes down. And now Natty Narwhal. He's going to be going for an Octarine here himself. Bat Rider was able to get the TP away. How far away from the full Octarine is he? He's got the mana boots, he's got the Vanguard, so he's going to be able to split this one up. So he's about 500, 600 gold away here, Meles, from completing onto the Octarine core. Underlord in the top lane. Not spoke about him in a while. Top of the net worth here for Team Sexy. Has the Vanguard out. Soul Ring here as well. Retsu, top of the net worth just overall. And it is going to be the Dragon Lance here after the Maelstrom, so he's going to be able to find some quick farm with this Maelstrom procs. The 4 points as well into the double shot on that Gunslinger.
Are scanning.
Mid lane, 3-man gang. They might be able to go into Laguna. Laguna tried to get himself in there. The Tumbler's Toy comes out. There's the regen rune, but he doesn't have any points in the Nature's Attendants. And Mirage gets the blow up there as well, but at least the rune was stolen away. The hook shot comes through. 9 class. Yeah, even with that taser, nobody's going to care. And Natty Narwhal gets himself another kill on the board. 2-0-2 here for the Timbersaw. Second in terms of net worth, he's having a fantastic time. Was the Queen of Pain looking there as well? 2-0-0. As Dark Hogs do come down here, so the drain from the Pugna will be stopped in his tracks. At least Nefrit's finding some far. Like I say, got himself a Vanguard. Mana boots to come out now as well. Probably goes back towards the mechanism, I'd assume. In the mid lane, Natty put under a bit of pressure. There's Natty Narwhal. With the rotations, I mean, which blade going to come out for the Queen of Pain? Or they're going to try and go for this one now as well. The Fiend's Gate coming out, but Natty Narwhal is already away. He just, like, straight up leaves. He sees that Fiend's Gate coming out. He's like, ah, nah. later, nerds. And now, though, he might be coming back into this one. Do they get the kill onto the Queen of Pain? The Queen of Pain is going to be getting low. So is 7 Jesu. Peasant Malice comes out now as well. They have the lasso locked down onto 9 class. 9 class taking a lot of damage. Won't be able to get the blast off. Hook shot on the back line. Queen of Pain gets low. The reverse drain coming in, though. Mirage, he's away. They clean up absolutely everybody. Jesu as well as the Younglord. Trying to get himself away from this one. Nefrit goes for the TP. Anything to stop this one. And the chain nothing to connect to now as well. Jesu, he's going to get pretty down low. The Chakram does slow him down. Timmy Chain comes through. Daddy Noel gets the kill. And everybody on the side of Matreshka goes home happy as Retsu continuing to farm this top lane. Continuing to push it out. The TP comes out from the techies now. But Taser, okay, Sticky Bomb doesn't connect. Proxy Mine's down now as well. And again, 14 minutes in. Well, at least this time the Wisdom Rune should go the way of Team Sexy. As Meles picks his up on the dire side.
Radiant's top tower has been denied.
But yeah, you can see here, in fact, the smoke, the Invis Rune here on the Clockwork. They might go for this one. Even Laguna got a TP in. Nefrit, he has no idea who's being stalked. Factory Soul into the Cogs Pit of Mars, but no, the calling. It stops it now. Nefrit will be punished. He will be killed. And Retsu gets himself another kill. Was he like 3-5-0 on 1 here, Muerta? Going towards the full Melania. After the Dragon Lance comes out, this is going to be great here. For the attack speed coming through for the Gunslinger procs. As well as those lightning procs as well. Muerta absolutely running this show in the safe lane at the minute.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And this is kind of the thing. You've got the Octarine core coming out on the Batrider. That is complete. You've got an Octarine on the Timber Sword. Going to go back for the BKB.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Retsu, like I say, full Melania coming out. Laguna's got himself the Dragon Lance, so he did go for that semi-core build here on the Ench. No points in the Nature's Attendants, just fully into the Impetus. Maybe build some attack speed to come out. Ooh, bottom lane, they actually catch the right one now as well. The illusion's coming through, but the Fiend's Gate's going to be here, and it might be a punishment onto Meles. Meles, yeah, a little bit too far there, my friend. But he did force out the Fiend's Gate. Dark, we're going to go for the TP away. No disruption. Timbersaw, how's he looking? Sticky Bomb comes out. Natty Narwhal?
Radiant's top
Sticky Bomb will connect as Retsu just continues, as all the aggression from the side of Team Sexy was forced down to this bottom lane to save the PL. Retsu just goes, takes down the tier 2 tower solo. And that's the recipe flying in now for the Muerta as well. So this is a full Melania for Muerta. And he's going to go back for the Hurricane Pike, so it doesn't even need the BKB just yet here on Retsu. And the Batrider once again 17 seconds away from having that lasso. But might just think twice about it. The Netherworld's going to go down here as well. Do they get the kill? They're going to Decrepify onto the Batrider. Batrider with the Firefly is going to be slowed right down. They get the kill onto till the end though. And Jesu after the fact gets the kill onto Dark. But are they going to be able to go for more here? Was that lasso? The lasso's available, but there's no Blink Dagger on the Batrider. So you have to do it in speed. Flame Break now as well. Lasso. They get the lockdown onto the Techies. So they are going to be able to take down this position for Techies. 90 to 9, and I mean, any kill's a good kill here from Matreshka. Just be able to get the disruption out against Team Sexy. Team Sexy, they've never had a chance to settle. Flame Break comes out. Mirage, though, has that Blink Dagger. It's going to be silenced up by the calling. Does he get the kill? No. He's going to be able to get the Blink away, but the chase comes out here. Laguna again. Going to get the slowdown onto Mirage. Mirage, does he get himself away? The Timmy Chain comes through. They get the kill onto the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain is dead for 30 seconds. So what mischief, what mayhem can Matreshka get up to? They might even be able to get the kill. They will get the kill onto the Pugna. And now maybe even go for a second tier 2 tower here. Retsu just going to right-click it down from the trees. And yeah, Retsu 6-0-3. This Muerta is popping off here for the side of Matreshka. Gets himself a tier 2 tower.
Has fallen.
And 9 class just trying to come a little bit forward here. How's 7 Jesu looking as well? I mean, Jesu going towards the Manta style here. He's going to be a ways away from it still. About 1,300 gold from completed on the ultimate up. Oh, Meles. Does he find the right one here? Jesu, Meles taking a lot of damage. A hookshot comes through, though. He might do now as well, but he's not got a lot of mana left here. He has to go for it. He might not even need it. And now Nefrit trying to run himself away, but Meles might be able to catch up. Gets that lasso off. Stops him from reporting. As the Fiend's Gate will not save him or the Phantom Lancer's life.
Dire's top
And you look at
tower
this, all
is
three
under
cores. In fact, the Enchantress as a position 4, he's nearly on as much farm here as the position 3 Underlord. That's how well it's going here for Matreshka.
I'll take that.
And into the Roche pit they go. Retsu, yeah, leading the line. How far away? The recipe for the Hurricane Pike, 130 gold away from it. So as they get this Roshan kill, he's going to be able to get himself an Aegis and finish off the Hurricane Pike here, Retsu. In fact, you even give it to Retsu? Maybe you do. I mean, he's still susceptible to being ganked out. I'm just thinking that, you know, he's not died just yet, 6-0 and 3. But maybe that's the overconfidence speaking. Yeah, you want to protect your carry as much as possible, so you do give him the Aegis.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And looking for the chase down mid lane. Like, no, well, double damage doing here on the Timbersaw.
Dire are scanning.
Going for the Sanjin Kaya.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And might not be too far away from it as well. I think, does he just need the recipe? Yeah, he's got it coming in on the courier now as well, so that's a full Sanjin Kaya complete here for that, you know, well. Top lane. Did they actually find the hookshot to get the kill onto the Underlord? The Underlord's going to be trapped down now as well. He tries to get himself away, but the damage comes out, and they're going to be able to go in tier 3s. He does have the buyback here now as well. Flame Break, though, the Queen of Pain's going to be able to get the blink away.
Dire's bottom
And the
tower
lasso not going to be used here as well. Batrider still keeping it onto this fade approach, so he wants that move speed.
Radiant
He does only have the
structures
brown
are
boots. Yeah, Fortification will be used here, and the Underlord, he doesn't want to buy back into this one, so this tier 3 tower, reverse drain comes out until the end. Onto Natty Narwhal. Flame Break comes back. Not going to be able to get the punch back here onto the Pugna. So the Pugna still alive. Retsu slowly chipping down this tier 3 down. It will go down. Jesu's not even here. He's trying to look for his next item. He's so close to this Manta Style that if he gets this tier 1 tower, but if he does try and hang around for it too long, they're going to lose the lane of racks. So Jesu's still in the trees. How far away from it is he? He's still going to be about 400 gold away here, this Phantom Lancer. And meanwhile, Matreshka, they're just going to break the base. But if he comes back without this Manta Style, that's a big power spike that he's not going to have here, this Phantom Lancer. 200 gold away. It does rely on him getting his courier over to the side shop as well.
has been killed.
As they've taken down the tier 2 tower mid. They've taken down all 3 tier 2 towers now as well. Matreshka, they're just going to go for... They're going to say, okay, we've got this Aegis. The Phantom Lancer's not showing up. We see him on the lane. We see him farming on the lane. We're going to push this one down. We're going to break your base. Fortification does get used. They just wait for the creep waves to push back in now as well. The catapult coming in. It's going to be about a wave and a half of creeps. Enchantress as well. Bringing the Centaur Conqueror into this one. The tower being pressured, being slowly whittled away here from the side of Matreshka. So the Phantom Lancer, he picks up this Manta Style now, will be coming in. But that's going to be another tier 3 tower going down. 9 class. Gets that blast off coming through now as well. Do they have enough damage? Nephrit has to run himself away from this one. And the illusion's coming through from Jesu. Jesu, though, to get the right Phantom Lancer, he's dead. 46 seconds. I think this is going to be GG. Yeah, till the end just calls it. 21 minutes in here. The Phantom Lancer never really got going. Retsu on the Muerta was just able to bring death all over the place. And yeah, 27-9 and a 20k net worth lead here. 21 minutes in. A lot of 20s coming through from the side of Matreshka. And they were able to close it out. Again, I thought that Techie's Underlord combo in the offlane, I'd have a way better time. But the lockdown coming up from the clockwork, just able to benefit from that. And yeah, Muerta was able to just clean up kills on that lane. Get himself through. What was the final stats on that Muerta? 904 on the Muerta. So he just rocked it all the way through that game. Just rolled into the towers, took them away, and there was nothing that Team Sexy could do about this. So again, Team Sexy coming through as the favorites, but in the end, Matreshka, at least, you know, in my eyes, they've changed my mind. Maybe they do push on to the mid-table if they can carry on with this quality as well, push themselves through into a upper table position, maybe even challenge for the qualification into Division 1. And they looked really good in this series. Really good. And maybe Team Sexy just not showing up on the day. Might have some revenge next time they play a series. But for now, that is going to be Series 1. We're going to take a bit of a longer break here. It's going to be about an hour. Just over an hour here before we get ourselves into the second series. So, again, you've got a bit of time to get yourself something to eat, some drink. You know, a really long break coming through. And then we'll be back with the second series. But we'll see you after this break.